Hi guys, Black is here, and I've been wondering for months how I was going to remember where the bolts go in this water pump housing or crossover pipe or whatever you want to call it. Well, how about it's pretty self-explanatory. How do I say that? Well, the screws, the longest screws goes in the longest part. The shortest screws goes in the shortest part. I don't know if this the right screw or not, but it screws in and it's short. All the rest of them seem like they're about the right length, right? Now this one might be a little too short, but like I said, I don't see any other bolts that size. I may have already used it on something else, but I think it'll be okay. Now, this screw here might go somewhere else. I don't know where. So I'm gonna leave it where it is. But I'm getting ready. Oh, I need to clean that off. Well, I'm gonna clean this off first, and then I'm on this. Well, actually, I'm gonna clean it off before I install it. And the Cadillac is coming together. We have the alternator, we have the AC compressor, we have the lines, we have the belt on, and I should have bought a new belt, but whatever. Yeah, I should have bought a new belt. As hard as that son of a bitch was to put on. I ain't feel like it. I'm broke. I'm not working. Anywho, I got the crossover coolant pipe put on. That, I knew it was gonna be a bitch to put on. I knew that. I knew it was gonna be a bitch. But it was harder than I thought it was gonna be. But to be honest with you, I'm gonna tell you what I did. You know, it's got, put this camera down. It's got 4 separate gaskets. 2 of them look like this, and 2 of them are kind of triangle. Oh, here we go, right here. You got 1 here, and 2 down, 1 down there, and 1 down there. Basically, what I did was, the bolts at the bottom, you have to put them in before you put it down into the, between the motor transmission. Transmission is gonna block the bolts from going in. So what I would suggest is, don't put the gasket in, just put the bolts in. Well, you can put the gasket in, but if it falls out, no big deal. You can kind of reach the gasket on this side, right here. And if you go in the back side, you can reach the gasket back there. I know it's dark, so you can't see, but you can reach the gasket back there. So the point I'm making is, put the damn thing on, and then worry about getting the gasket in place. When you get the bottom of the gaskets on, start your 4 bolts. But don't screw them all in, just start them. Then, when both bolts are started, then you worry about putting the gaskets on up here. I tried putting grease to hold it, but they fall out or whatever. But anyway, I got it on. I don't think it's gonna leak. And what I gotta do now, just put in, or I gotta put the intake is hooked to here, but it's not bolted down here. Yeah, they in the right spot. I gotta put the injectors in. Well, I gotta bolt this thing down first, put the injectors on, hook up the small wires. I got to go to the store and get another PCV pipe, not really pipe, just hose, the hose split. The PCV that goes in the back of this intake, it look like it's fine. Oh, that was something I gotta add. This freaking intake was filthy with grease. I mean, before putting the throttle body on, you could reach in and your hand just come out, I mean, completely grease. It looked like grease, just plain grease. Apparently, this engine had a whole bunch of blow-by. I didn't know that because you know how some engines, when they wore out, you have a bunch of steam coming out of here. It wasn't. I think I ran this engine with this open and I didn't see a bunch of smoke coming out. But apparently, this is full of grease. I had a pair of boxes that I used to strain liquid. I sprayed brake clean inside, well, on the boxes, stuck them down in the intake and took a screwdriver and stirred it around to try to remove all the grease inside. I mean, it was just grease. I've never seen so much grease inside of an intake before. But I guess it's coming from blow-by. The throttle body was dirty as hell. It's clean now. You can still see a little dirt right there. I tried getting that out. I can't get it to go. But it was dirty as hell. The back of the throttle bar just full of grease. So this car, I'm gonna try to have it running today. I bought a water pump tube. This is the water pump down here. It's actually in here. I bought a tube, but I forgot to buy a water pump. I thought I bought one, but if I did, I can't find it. I don't think I bought it because I keep all my parts in one little spot. So I'll put that water pump on another time. It wasn't leaking anything. It was working fine, so it should be fine now. What else I got to do? Oh, put the fans and stuff back in the front. That shouldn't be too much problem. Or I got to put the damn bumper back on. Again, that shouldn't be a problem. I should have it running today. Today is Friday. I know I've been saying all week I was gonna have it running. I said I was gonna have it running Monday. Said I was gonna have it running Tuesday. Said I was gonna have it running Wednesday. Said I was gonna have it running yesterday. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of stuff to it's a lot of stuff to take loose on this engine. You know, that's probably not a good way to see me. Probably got a shallow like that. Yeah, it is a lot of stuff going on inside this DeVille. And like I said, I see why mechanics don't want to mess with them. It's a lot of work. And the thing is, people who have money, damn, I left my window open. No, it didn't rain last night. Anywho, my back glass of my truck. Yeah, I mean, it's like people who have these DeVilles are usually broke ass people and they can't afford to pay them. And that and the fact that a lot of mechanics, they don't understand what the problem is. And that's the reason I'm so glad I took this engine out. I took it apart myself. So now I know what the problem is. At least I know what the problem was with this car. And it's real simple. There was one head bolt. There was one head bolt thread stripped out. It was one bolt near the number one cylinder. Okay, the number one cylinder was getting water, so it's obviously water was getting in that cylinder because that bolt was stripped out. Okay, I rethreaded that bolt, that one bolt, rethreaded it, and put a new head gasket. I got the heads redone because I didn't want to take a chance to do all this damn work and something be wrong with the heads. So I had the heads done, which was like $495, placed in Hateville or East Point, Georgia, whatever it is. So basically it was a stripped out bolt. Now, Northstar Performance and every other, I'm not gonna be mean, every other person who believes them will tell you that you have to drill out all 20 bolts. You don't. None of the other cylinders were leaking. None of the other bolts were stripped out. Why am I going to drill them out if they're not stripped out? It does not make sense. And you know, there's a video where the car wizard claims, well, he claims he drilled out all the head bolts in his Cadillac Northstar engine. Did he do it or not? I don't know, but he's an idiot if he did. And the thing is this is the reason why I bought up this to say this. This is the reason why a lot of mechanics don't want to mess with this motor. They don't want to drill out 20 bolts, so they don't want to mess with it. I didn't want to mess with it because I'm like, I gotta buy this kit $400 and I gotta sit there and precisionally drill out 20 bolt holes. But then I take it apart and realize nothing was wrong with them other bolt holes. Just one stripped out bolt hole. So why the hell am I going to drill out all of them? And then you have people, well, I want to bulletproof my engine. No, you just want to do what the man does. You want to do what everybody else does. Just like everybody want to put a damn LS engine in every damn car out here because that's what everybody do. Everybody want to do what everybody else want to do. I'm not that kind of person. If I can get away with doing it with some other way, I'm going to do it. Just get on my damn nerve. But that's the reason why people don't want to mess with it. It's a lot of damn work to take this motor out, take it apart, and I end up having to rebuild the engine because it had run hot several times and it messed up the ring, so that engine had to be rebuilt. But again, it's a lot of work. But I'm towards the end. I need to quit talking and go ahead and put this thing back together because I want to drive it today. And I'm gonna roll it out into the driveway because I got a feeling a little smoke gonna come out the tailpipe. I bought some new rings offline, and the oil control rings were too large. They were too long, and when you put them around the piston, they wouldn't compress, and the piston wouldn't go into the cylinders. So I didn't know what the hell the problem was, but I got mad and just took the damn, I figured out it was the oil control rings. So I took the oil control ring and threw them away. And I was gonna try to reuse the old one, but I put the old ones in, they seem to have the same problem. So I just threw them away. Now, I think it's 4 or 5 cylinders that don't have oil control rings. They just have first and second compression rings. And that's the reason why I say, people say, it's gonna smoke like a freight train. Well, we're gonna find out if it smoke like a freight train or whatever. Do an engine need oil control rings? Yeah, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. But I'm curious how it's gonna run. Like I said, it's 4 or 5 cylinders don't have oil control rings. And the other ones have the old original oil control rings. Now they have new compression rings. What they got now, board, horn out the cylinders. So when I was turning the engine over to put the flywheel bolts in here, the engine had damn good compression. Because when I first turned the engine over, before I rebuilt, you could hear air coming out the engine. You don't hear air coming out the engine now. But anyway, let me stop this video and go ahead and finish doing this stuff. Because like I said, I want this thing running today.